have been asking me for a nighttime skincare routine, what I do at night. So today's the day I'm going to be sharing with you. I've got some drugstore and I've got some high end that I'm going to be using. Okay. You know, we got to use what we got, and I've got a lot of stuff from Christmas. I got a lot of promotion stuff I need to use, and this is just kind of what I'm using right now. Not set in stone or anything like that. So I have been filming today, and I took my lashes off, and I do have quite a bit of stuff on my eyes. So I'm going to start and show you exactly what I'm doing right now at nighttime. Or white, something that I use. Let me take my glasses off. Hope you're doing well. I'm going to do this here in my bathroom. It's kind of echoing and the light is kind of bad in here. I know it's really bad. And then I'll go into my studio where I film, and I will do the rest of the skincare in there to where the lighting is much better. So what I do is I just pull my hair back. And like I said, I've been filming today, and I just put on different headbands and just pull my hair back. I've got different things. Today I just happen to have a black one here that's just get all that back. Kind of ugly, right? Okay, first thing I'm going to do is just take off, and I use different brands. Today I just happen to be finishing up this Essence Like a Boss Remove Eye Makeup Remover. Takes off waterproof makeup, eye makeup. So this is like, if you don't knock this till you've tried it, okay? Don't knock this till you've tried it. It's got the oil in it. I just about finished this, so I want to make sure I finish this up. I'm giving it a good shake. And I'm going to tilt my mirror around here to where I can see a little bit. I don't want to blind you there with that. And I just saturate. Usually takes a couple of cotton pads. I just saturate a couple of cotton pads, and then I start removing the eye makeup, as we all do. And then we will clean our face. And again, that's the Essence called Like a Boss Eye Makeup Remover. You can get it at Ulta. It's fantastic. Don't knock it till you try it. And I just hold this up and let it kind of dissolve just a couple of minutes. And I don't rub and tug or anything. But when I film, I put on just a little bit more eye makeup when I'm filming than I wear every day. So I'm just going to gently remove that and see what I'm getting off. A lot. Yeah. That happens to be the red color. The brown color under there happens to be my MAC paint pot. A lot of residue on there. Then I flip it and I go get more. I have a mirror here on the wall, and I have a mirror above me too. I want to make sure I get all of that off. Now I'm tugging very gently, not a lot at all. I want to make sure I get that coat of mascara off. And here goes the eyebrow. Okay, so you see what I got off? A lot. Okay, let's go and do the other one. I'm going to hold it just for a couple of seconds. Just kind of let it saturate it. And very gently, no rubbing and tugging, just very gently. It sounds like it seems like I'm tugging a lot, but I'm not. Very gently. I've had you ask a lot of people, look at all that. Had a lot of people ask me what I use. Now, a month from now, who knows what I'm going to be using? But this is what I'm using right now. And yes, I'm mixing some drugstore with some high-end. And here goes the brow. Flipping it to the other side and just making doubly sure that it's all off. And I'm going to start my water and let my water warm up so I can wet my washcloth. This eye maker remover does not burn my eyes. And I'm warming up my washcloth. I'm just turning my hot water on. My washcloths are white. Yeah, I use all white towels, all white sheets, all white washcloths. It's just me. And they get stained from makeup. You wear makeup, you know what I'm saying. So no judgment on this end, please. And I'm going to just hold that and just very, very gently make sure I get all of that eye makeup remover off because I don't want any irritation on my eyes. And then I go to the other one. Now, I know this is not part of skincare routine, but, and it may be kind of difficult for me to see after I do this, but what I do is I take my eye drop, my little refresh, these little vials. I install a drop. Once I do that, I install a drop in each eye and then blink because it does help soothe after I've been in there. And my doctor says to do that, so I do that. I do what my doctor says. Now, what I'm going to be using to clean my face, my first cleanse, is a drugstore product, and it is simply e.l.f. Holy Hydration Cleansing Balm. Can you see that? That's what it looks like. Holy Hydration Cleansing Balm by e.l.f. This happens to be a small one. And I just dip right in there and get me some and start smoothing it. This stuff is great. I had said in a previous video that I used Clinique and I've used other brands over the years, and I paid a lot of money for the same thing. Now this, I just keep massaging this until I feel like it's all melted. And I really, really like this e.l.f. down on the neck. Make sure I get my earlobes in case any makeup's got on them. No, I'm not hurting my face. I'm giving my face a nice massage. And this product is the drugstore, or you can get it directly from e.l.f. I love e.l.f. products. And you can rinse this in the shower. I do it with a washcloth. It melts right off. It's not greasy. It's not oily. This is my first cleanse. I'm going to turn my water on, rinse my hands, and my washcloth. I know you can hear the water. I did not bring my camera in here. I'm just doing this right here in my bathroom with my phone, and I'm just going to massage that. See what I got off? You see why my washcloths get so stained? And I just turn it right over and I just keep going. And when it gets on that side, I just flip the washcloth and pull down. And then down on the neck. And there we go. Now that is the first cleanse, okay? The second cleanse is drugstore again. I do have the CeraVe Cream to Foam Cleanser. That's what I'm going to be using tonight. Can you see that? I hope it focused. There we go. CeraVe Cream Foam to Cream. Cream to Foam. I also have a high-end cleanser that I have used for years, which is Purity Made Simple by Philosophy. I love this. Used it for years and years and years. But I'm not going to use that today. I'm going to be using the drugstore. So what I do, I just wet my washcloth and put some of this, I just squirt some of the pump on my washcloth and I just massage it in. With my washcloth. I don't do it with my hands. And this is my second cleanse. And I find using a washcloth, a nice washcloth, it helps to exfoliate the dead skin as well. And I'm just rinsing this several times. Here, my sink is gurgling. My sink is gurgling. There comes a time every now and then you just have to plunge it, you know what I mean? But, I mean, it's running fine. But anyway, okay, my washcloth is clean. My washcloth is clean. I apologize for the noise. Okay, now I'm just going to fold it again, and I'm going to just go right over my face again to make sure I get all of that off very gently. No harsh scrubbing. Right over the lips, down on the neck. There. Now, that's this part, what I do here. Now, I'm going to cut you off, and we're going into my dressing area where I film, and we're going to do the rest of our skincare, what I finish up and what I put on. So let's go in there. I'm going to cut this off my phone and we'll film the rest of it with my camera in there. Okay, friends, here we are in my little filming area now, and we're going to finish the skincare. Okay, in the bathroom, we took everything off. We did our first cleanse with our drugstore e.l.f. cleansing balm, which I absolutely love. And then for our second cleanse, we used the CeraVe cream to foam to, and we got all that off. And for the take the eyes makeup off, we used the Essence Cleans Like a Boss Essence, and it's a fantastic eye makeup remover too. Now I also use the cellular water for to take my eye makeup off with a lot in the turquoise. I use the turquoise color, but I just happened to use that essence, and I wanted to use that up. I had just a little bit left, so we're going to start right out with our CeraVe, with our toner. Our CeraVe Hydrating Toner. Now this is for normal to dry skin. And I have told you that I have been using Clinique Clarifying Lotion number 2 for years. And with the expense, I'm trying to get away from that. So I thought, why not give CeraVe a try and see how you like this? And so far, I do like it. This happens to be a new bottle. I haven't used too much of it, but I'm going to take my cotton pad and just saturate my cotton pad. I've had so much requests for this, and I wanted to break it down and do a drugstore and a high-end, and today just wasn't the day for me to do that. So, so it just worked out this way. This is what I'm using right now, okay? So my cotton pad is saturated, and I'm going to start at the top, and I'm just going to go down and do my forehead. I work down. That's just the way I do. And I want to go every inch, even my earlobes, to make sure that I didn't get any makeup there, over my brows. Now, I don't do my eye, down on my nose. And I'm looking, making sure I get all the residue off. Any makeup is off. I don't want any right over my lips. I want this cotton pad to come back clean. I don't want to turn it over and see any residue of makeup. And we have just a little bit. So you know what that means up around the hairline. You know what that means. We have got, that's what we have, ladies. So we have got everything. Our skin is squeaky, squeaky clean. Okay. So that is our toner. And I'm going to follow that up with my Timeless Vitamin C. This is the vitamin C that I use morning and night, but tonight we're going to use the vitamin C. And I do use the Timeless. You can get it on Amazon, you can get it from the company, you can get it at Target. And what I do, I just give it a good shake. I keep mine in the refrigerator so it's very cold and very refreshing. I like that. So, and I squirt about 2 squirts in my palm, and it looks just like lemon juice. And I just start at the top and work with it pretty fast. I just keep it in the palm of my hand and just work with it fast and rub it in. I avoid the eye area and the lip, but I go up pretty close to the eye, as you can see. Down the nose. Reason I'm doing it one-handed is because I have this precious vitamin C serum in my hand that I don't want to waste. Okay, feels cold, feels refreshing, feels so good to have your face all cleaned at night to where you can just have a nice dinner, relax a little bit in your chair, have a nice rest and let your body rejuvenate, all the skin cells turn over, all that. Okay. Now, the next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and put my Aquaphor on my lips. This is just it's a lip conditioner for my lips, and I'm just going to put that on my lips because I want my lips always. I always put this on. A nice coating. Now, after I have my dinner and I brush my teeth, I will put another coating of that on my lips before I go to bed. I always do, and my lips end up so soft. Okay? Okay, so we have the vitamin C serum. The next item that I'm going to be using is the Lancome Genevieve. This is my nighttime serum that I use. I go from Estee Lauder Night Repair to the Lancome serum. I give it a good shake. I put this, I squirt it in the palm of my hand, and then I pat it on, and then I massage. Getting all that precious serum into your skin while you're asleep. Now I don't get it down in my eye area, but I do put it underneath my brow bone. I do pat it there. I don't want anything in my eyes, but I do put it just right under my brow bone, as you can see. Now, I'm filming this. As a rule, I would let this sit and soak in for at least 3 minutes before I go to my next statement, my next product. But since I'm filming, and I don't think it's going to hurt one night to do this, I'm going to just go right in with my next step. And that would be my Lancome Renegade Night Cream. Now, I usually get this in the large container, but this happened to be a size that was in the Christmas Lancome Holiday Blockbuster that I picked up back that I picked up. If you've been with me a while, you saw that video. This is the lawn comb. And I'm going to grab a spatula and dig in there with my spatula. I'm not going to stick my hand in it. And I'm going to get a little bit. And we're going to blot this and massage this in. And I'm concentrating mostly more heavy around my lip area, because that's where I have my lines. It's from age, straws. I don't have too many 11s. Putting it down here. But I do have it on around my mouth area. Straws and water bottles, and talking, going to the dentist a lot and having my mouth wide open for so much dental work and cleanings every 3 months, 4 times a year, and a lot of dental work. And just smiling and enjoying life and having a good time, right? Talking. And I'm rubbing this down on my neck. Now, as a rule, I use a neck cream all the way down. I use it all the way down on my décolleté. But I'm using this tonight. Tonight I'm using this Renogy. And just rubbing it all the way down. So like I said, this was in the Holiday Lawn Comb Blockbuster, and I wanted to use this up since it was in that promotion before I dip into my large container. Now, our next step, one more step, eye cream. I'm going with my Estee Lauder Advanced Night Repair. And that's what I'm using. And again, this was in my Estee Lauder Holiday Blockbuster. So I'm going to take a different spatula and put just a touch. Don't need a lot of this. At last. And I'm going to take my ring finger, put just a touch here. And I'm going to here, and I'm going to pat it in a figure 8. Now I don't go down on my eye. I just pat it and go across and back across in a figure 8 and just make an 8. And out on the crow's foot area and just pat. Now if you get it down here on your lid, ladies, you know that. If you get eye cream down here on your lid, you get into a problem. So you don't want to, you want to keep it off of your lid. You just want to keep it on the brow bone. So, put the lid on this. That is what I am using right now for my nighttime skincare. And as I said, I will use after I have my dinner tonight and brush my teeth, get ready for bed for a good night's sleep. That helps you more than any of these motion potions that you can put on your face. Now, it is not time for me to will use my Aquaphor before I go to bed at night and make sure I saturate my lips really, really good. And I go above the lip up on the skin a little bit, so that can help with that skin area as well. And then again, I use my Omulux LED Light Therapy Mask. I use that every other day, usually Monday, Wednesday, and Friday are the days that I do that. So, yeah, it's a mess. Look at me. Yeah, so it's just hubby and I, and, you know, it's just hubby and I. So, yeah, I just going to put on my robe and go in and make some dinner here. Actually, I'm going to warm up some chili because I made some chili. We got rainy, cool weather here. Yeah, it's a mess what that goes on there, isn't it? So I made some chili yesterday. So we have leftovers tonight. So we're going to have a nice bowl of chili with a little ground beef, ground chuck, and some turkey. So that's how I made my chili, and lots of red beans in it, and tomatoes, and it was very good. We had it last night, so we're going to have that tonight with some crackers. For those of you that wanted to see my nighttime skincare, this is what I'm using right now. So all of these products will be listed in the description box, and some of them are affiliates. So if you want to check any of these out, you just click on that blue link and there you go, okay? Or click on the products. So just have on an old t-shirt that I'm sleeping in tonight. 9 times out of 10, I just sleep in an old t-shirt, you know, in pajama bottoms. So that's just what I go for. So I'm comfortable. So when I'll get ready to get my 8 or 9 hours of sleep, if I'm lucky enough to do that, then I can just lay on my pillow and sleep and let my skincare soak in and do what it needs to do for this 77-year-old skin. So I thank you for watching, my friends, this. And if those of you that wanted it, I hope it helps. And down the road, I am going to be doing what I said. I'm going to do a total drugstore nighttime and daytime skincare. And then I will do a high-end. So some of you like high-end, some of you like drugstore. But tonight we got a Heinz 57. We got drugstore and we got high-end. But I'm trying my best to convert over to some drugstore products, certain products, and get away from the high prices, because you know everything is going up tremendous in our country and our world. And tonight I used the e.l.f. cleansing balm, the CeraVe cleanser, and then the CeraVe toner, and even the Timeless you can get at Target. But vitamin C is so important, and your serums are so important, and your moisturizer. So I thank you for watching. I'm going to get off of here and go get some dinner. I want to leave you with my favorite words. Go out and make today better than yesterday, but always remember that I love you. I'll have a video for you, my friends, next Thursday. Have a good week, and just be safe, okay? And just remember that I love you. Bye-bye.